Hey, welcome back to Airheads Radio Adventures. I'm Jason.
I'm Katie.
I'm sporting the ham radio basics. Check out Bill over on his YouTube feed. Good stuff, good live streams. He also has a drone channel, which is kind of cool for all of us aviators. Welcome to part one of the How We POTA video. Not how to POTA, how we POTA video. In this episode, we're going to see all the gear that we bring with us and hopefully don't forget at home. So where are we going today, Katie?
St. Mark's.
We're just going to head down there, try and give you a little bit of a nice backdrop view aside from our backyard. So if you want to check out all the gear, hopefully I'll have most of it, affiliate links, Amazon, in the description below if you want to check the stuff out. So we're heading out. We're going to go find some water, and we're going to take you with us. So come on. All right, we've made it down here to a scenic spot. First, I wanted to show you this. This is a Costco buy. You remember what we paid for this?
Like $100 at Costco.
$100.
Worth every penny of it.
It's a wagon. It's pretty badass. It's got the extension, move it down. It's got the big wheels. You can get across some rough terrain. Fits up 300 pounds. And we've seen this at Walmart. We've seen this, I think, Tractor Supply, a couple other places. This was the best one. I don't know if Costco's still carrying it.
Probably not. They're seasonal.
This is how we get around if it's not right at the car.
And we also use it for the beach.
A lot of you guys are going to backpack POTA with little radios, little gear. That's cool. We're showing you how, again, we do it. So we go to the beach, we get to a park, we got to do some hiking a little bit. That's how we roll.
Heck yeah.
This is our fancy chair. You've seen this in a few other videos.
All the videos.
This was a Costco buy too, wasn't it?
No, babe, that was a yard sale find.
This was a yard sale find. We
Yeah.
paid like $7 for this. It's pretty bad. You're gonna see this when
It
we get it all
has
set up.
can openers attached to it, bottle openers attached to it.
That's all the things.
Yeah, it's super rad.
Also, one of our cool yard sale finds was this cool folding table setup.
Yeah.
We
$5.
use this for all our stuff too. It's $5.
Folds down, which is important when we're in a small car.
What else we got? All right, the rest of the stuff we'll show you on site. Oh, hold on.
Just here.
Also, another thing we got, this is a Tommy Bahama big umbrella. It's got the sand screw in case you're at the beach or something. Otherwise, you can, lash it to a picnic table or whatever. You remember what this cost?
Maybe like $40 at Costco. But if anybody knows anything about Costco, they know that everything is a super value and amazing. I don't know how they do it, but they do. Everything is.
It doesn't say how big it is, but it's a big. It covers the whole chair and the table and everything. So we're not going to bring that because we're just setting up today just to show you the gear.
There he is in his ham radio basic shirt. Pro tip. Always remember your husband is wicked hot. Look at that.
It's thunderstorms already, Bill.
Oh, great day. Really?
It's one thing
and
about
charges.
boating in Florida. Is
Like
that
$3.
you can keep an eye on the forecast all you want, but nothing matters until you see the big towering black things in the sky, and then you have to time yourself appropriately.
True. We like to POTA POTA. We like to POTA POTA.
See, now, all this crap, I'm pulling with one finger. Wagon's the best way to go, baby.
Hands down.
This is the Kelty chair we found at that yard sale. Bam. 2-person. Cup holders, bottle openers. Everything a good POTA person needs.
My favorite part is we get to sit right next to each other.
I was looking for a model number on this, but I can't find it. Anyway, it's Kelty. Don't know what it costs retail, but again, we got it at a yard sale for $10.
$7.
We still got some Panama City Beach in it.
Souvenir. Gosh, it's pretty today.
Second is our other yard sale purchase. What was this, $5?
Yeah.
Bam.
Just like
Ready
that.
to go. Now, We brought along everything this time. We don't bring everything out all the time. It was just to show y'all.
But look how nicely it fits in our wagon.
It all fits in the wagon. The first radio we have.
Can I point out, I think it's important for people who don't know that these boxes are available at Harbor Freight.
Harbor Freight. They're both Apache 4800 cases. This one has the G90 in it.
And you cut the holes. I know we mentioned that.
Cut the holes, and this is kind of jacked up because we've had a good year's worth of use on this. You can probably get the foam inserts, redo it. Holds the radio. Since it's a thin radio, there's plenty of space underneath it for zip ties, a knife, some paper towels, instructions on things. Usually I keep the radio antennas in here, but those are in the wagon. Microphone. Charger goes in here, but the charger's back at the house for the Bioenno 6 amp hour, 12 volt LiFePO4 battery. Connecting cord for the radio. This is a laptop stand. I know this is in the affiliate links below. This sets up like...
We bought that?
So, we did buy it.
Okay.
Therefore, you gotta squeeze it together. It holds the radio at whatever angle. You can reset these feet to whatever angle you want to view it as. Pretty cool, right?
That's nice because we used the microphone box before.
Yeah, we just stuffed something under the front of the radio.
Yeah.
Also in here, since this is what I started with, is the QRP guys, no tune, end-fed half-wave antenna. I just had extra room in here, so I cut a slot for that, plus some antenna wire, but I've used that on other things. That's the G90 box.
It is super cool.
And next we have the new addition to the family. Again, Apache 4800 Harbor Freight. 70,
how much is those
70 bucks, I think. 60,
those boxes are 70 bucks?
60, 70 bucks.
Oh, geez. All right.
Obviously, you're not going backpacking with this. It's a bit heavy. But there's the ICOM 7300.
Now that is a sight to be seen.
Got the power cable underneath it, some extra pens. Always have more pens than you think you need. And while we're on that subject, since we're in Florida, and the same everywhere around, bug spray, bug spray, bug spray, and sunscreen.
I don't use either one. I just complain.
And you'll complain to the dermatologist. Got the microphone for it, all cut out here, and we went ahead and upgraded to the 20 amp hour Bioenno LiFePO4 battery. That fits all nice and neat and square and protected.
Beautiful. In
its own little box. This is more of our shack radio, but we're going to take it out portable a few more times just because it's easy with 100 watts.
Fun.
G90 maxes out at 20 watts, and I'm not going to say it's hard, but it just takes a little longer. But we've had a whole lot of activations with this little beginner entry, and I wouldn't even call it a beginner radio because it does so much. The antenna tuner can tune 10 to 1. I don't know how much power you actually get into the antenna after that, but SDR, it's great to look at, it's great to use, it works, it's great audio reports, great everything, and everybody knows the 7300 is just stupid good.
It's you know, one of my favorite features, besides the fact that I can read the screen because it's big enough, is the Zulu time. Super love that.
All right, peripherals. We have just a Black & Decker toolbox here. This is going to hold all of the sundries. So over here I got some wire connectors, some spade connectors. Over here we got some insulators. I got some barrel connectors if you want to extend coax. I got my SO239 to BNC for one of the end-fed half waves. Inside, let's see, that's just for the gas soldering iron. You know, we got some pliers, we got some wire strippers, we got some electrical tape, nail clippers for some reason. Got some power pole connectors. You always need
nail clippers because your nails, you must take extra vitamins because your nails grow real fast. Do you like my flower?
I do, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see, we got a banana plug in there if we want to make an antenna on the spot. We got some little connectors for the HTs mostly. We got a whole bag of other connectors, BNC, SO239, yada yada. Never know when you're going to need something that you forgot at home. We got some big pliers, we got some scissors.
It's like a fishing box.
It's like a fishing box. Underneath we got the Nano VNA. In case you need to do some antenna tuning on the fly, we got a bunch of paracord, some wire scrap that I just stuffed in here so it looks really messy. Some soldering tools and things, some bits of wire, some PVC things. Oh, there's a couple more insulators down in there connected to some antenna projects. Tape measure, very important. Don't forget your tape measure.
We need to add a mallet to this box.
Power pole crimper. We got some clamp-on ferrite beads.
You know how you never have.
We got some fishing weights, and we're going to show you what we do with the fishing weights in video 2. And a headlamp flashlight, or 2 or 4. Always bring a flashlight. So that's just some of the tools we bring with us. I know I have to organize it. It looks bad on video, but you do use this stuff all the time. So bring some extra tools, bring some extra connectors, bring some extra wire, bring some extra all the things, because there's nothing worse than getting set up and throwing an end-fed half wave up in a tree and the wire breaks in the wind or something, and then you're stuck.
It's very disappointing.
Brings us to our next subject, antennas.
And I know I said before, but I can't emphasize it enough. A mallet / hammer for when you're trying to get
If you're going to drive stakes in the ground to set up a vertical, we always forget a hammer. So I'm looking around for a log or a rock. In Florida, we don't have rocks, so.
We have rocks.
What?
We have rocks.
Look around. Find a rock real quick.
Well, I mean.
You're not going to find a rock here, I guarantee it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, talking about antennas. If you want to run a vertical, there's several ways to do it. You can get a tripod mount. You can lash it to a fence. You can lash it to the side of a picnic table. Whatever gets your thing pointing straight and up in the air is good for everybody, right? We carry this along. Now, I used to be a mobile food vendor, and this was the base for a 16-foot tall swooper flag that said hot dogs or whatever on it. So this is great. This pounds into the ground. I use this broomstick handle to sit in there. On top of that,
oh, my flower just blew out of my hair.
I have the trucker mount, mirror mount, 3/8 by whatever it is, antenna adapter to screw your CB antenna into, or pretty much any antenna. Off the ground side, I have 3 grounds going out the female spade connectors. Those are going to attach to our 6 junk speaker wire radials that have the male spade connectors on the end. We'll splay those omnidirectionally. You can go more, you can go less. You can elevate them. Everybody says, elevating's better, and you can actually drop it down to 3 or 4 radials. But it's worked for us. It gets the base of the antenna.
Those boats are flirting. You see that?
A few feet off the ground once it's driven into the ground. So it gets it a little higher. We have 2 verticals. One is the MFJ 1979 whip, which has stayed strong. We've used it a bunch of times. This just screws right onto the end here. PL259 goes on the back.
Whoops.
It runs to your radio. And this is about a 17-foot whip. If you run it all the way for 20 meters, and then you can shorten it using an antenna analyzer like the Nano VNA, or if your radio has an antenna analyzer like the G90 does. The 7300 does as well, but it's not as, it doesn't look as user-friendly or as easy to use, but it works. You shorten the whip for a higher frequency. Or we go old school. If nothing else works, or if everything else is forgotten or lost, we always have the ham stick. This is actually a shark stick, pre-tuned. I tuned it once. I've never had to tune it again, and that goes into the same threads. We can run that up in the air and get whatever we want on 20 meters. Definitely to activate a park super fast. Okay, shows you the verticals. We also run an end-fed half wave when we have the opportunity to do so. We're a 1010s group. Love 1010s. We have the lower power version, as you see here. I think this is good to 50 watts. They have the QRP version, which I think is good to 20 watts. And at home we have the high power version, which is over 100 watts, so we run the 7300 on. The wire is actually at home, the antenna wire is actually at home. We use BNTechGo 20 gauge or 22 gauge. That's in the links, affiliate links down below. I just put the wire on the other 1010s for the home use. Also have a little jumper if we need it, and an LDG 1-to-1 on. If we want to run a counterpoise for some reason, there's too much noise and we don't want a whole lot getting back into the radio. When your park's in the air, typically you're going to have a very low noise floor, and we've never had to use a counterpoise or a 1-to-1 on or anything, but that stays in the box. When you're running a wire antenna, there's been a couple places where we've had a couple of nice dead trees, and I just have a telescoping fishing rod from Walmart for 10 bucks, a little spinning reel on the end. You shook it out, stick some fishing weight on the end, throw it up over a tree, connect some paracord to that, pull the paracord back over the tree. Now you put your antenna onto the paracord and pull the paracord and the antenna wire up over the tree, and now you have strung a wire antenna. A lot of places don't want you doing that, especially national or state parks. They also don't want you sticking stakes in the ground, so you have to prepare for that, check into that beforehand, and come up with a game plan on what you're actually going to bring. If you can't put it up in a tree, you're going to need some kind of mast. This is a Goture Gold Light 7.2 meter mast. I've had it for 6 or 7 months. Didn't use the top 2 sections, and the 3rd section actually broke a couple weeks ago. So I'm not sure how that far this is actually going up. I'm going to say about 15 or 17 feet. But you pull that out, run that up, get a zip tie or something, get your antenna onto the end of it, your transformer at the ground, make an inverted L, make a sloper from the ground, from the picnic table up to the top of the pole, whatever you need to do to get an antenna in the air. This also works fine inside the super flag stake, so you can stake it into the ground. Or again, we could lash it to the picnic table, tie it to a fence line, do whatever it takes to make the rangers happy and get an antenna in the air. So you're at a Indian burial ground site, or you're at a wildlife preservation. You'll see the last time we were at the beach down in Panama City, we couldn't put a pole in the ground. We couldn't even put the chair on the ground. We had to be kind of in the parking lot because it's protected wildlife turtle area. How are you going to get an antenna in the air? Mag mount. You're going to have to be kind of close to the car. This is a Hustler mag mount. It came with an old CB antenna. It's got the same threading, so I can still mount the ham stick. I can still mount the MFJ 1979 on here. I would suggest, if this is going to be your primary modus operandi, that's the correct term.
I don't know.
If you're a car POTA-er, go ahead and get the triple mount. Not that you're going to be driving with any of these antennas on the roof anyway, but the triple mount does 2 things. It handles the wind a little better, and you also have a place for a ground. It's using the metal of the car as the ground plane to reflect for the vertical antenna. Kevin over Kilo 0 Kilo Lima Bravo, QRP Love or something, his channel, fantastic channel, great guy, does all sorts of cool antenna stuff, radiates tractors, he uses grain silos as antennas, all kind of neat stuff. I think somebody told him, and he of course forwarded along to the rest of us in the world, with the tri-magnet antenna, this place to take a ground off of the mount that actually screws the 3 magnets in. And with that, you can alligator clip that to your tailpipe, and you can really use the car as a better ground plane instead of just, you know, using it through the paint on the roof. But anyway, if you're in a spot where you can't put a stake in the ground, you can't put a wire over a tree, you have some park rangers that are just, you know, watching you with binoculars and making sure you're not screwing up, stick this on your car. This has 25 feet of coax. Use a barrel connector, put it to your regular coax. You use RG8X, usually 50 feet of it, and that can get you a good distance away from the antenna into a shady spot where you can set up and be quiet and a little bit away from a parking lot, and get the same results just with the antenna sticking on your car and you're leaving 0 footprint.
I think that's been the biggest lifesaver for us when things haven't gone the way we anticipated them.
Had to use it a lot.
Yeah, we have.
This is a good one that we just purchased. Sometimes because we forget to charge things like these microphones. This is a Blavor. You'll also see this in the Amazon links below. It's a little solar powered battery block. So you can charge this USB at home. It stores a charge. You can quickly plug in, you know, Android phone, USB-C or USB. Charge your devices straight from it. We've used it once, worked pretty cool.
We found it during the
Flashlights on
hurricane.
it. It was a hurricane bug. So we're gonna bring this with us all the time in case we're videoing. We have phones. If we forget to charge your phone, this will do it up nice and quick. Again, check for the affiliate link below. This wasn't expensive. Do you remember what you paid for it?
No, it's been a while. I did it when we were like having to hurricane prep for this season. So
Logbooks. You've seen our big blue logbook. It's actually in the car because I forgot it.
checklist.
Nice big binder. We have the ARL band plan under the plastic cover, so we always have reference to see. Make sure you're in band. Katie got this.
I really like that.
It's from hamradiologbooks.com. There is an Amazon.
babe, it's on Amazon.
It's from hamradiologbooks.com,
and
and it is on Amazon. We have that in the links below.
And what I love about this book is it has all the things you need, and you're supporting local hammers. So when you buy that, whoever created that is actually profiting, which is
Definitely try and spend your money on other ham radio dudes that are making their own antennas. 10 antennas, QRP guys. I don't know, there's hundreds of them. You've seen them all. Try and buy that stuff. So that's going to wrap it up. Once you get the radios out of the boxes, they all fit great on that table over there along with the power supply. We run it to an antenna, we pick up the microphone, we start talking, we start making contacts, and we activate parts.
fearlessly. No mic fright.
If anybody's wondering about the recording process and all of our high-tech gear that we use, we're filming on an iPhone 14. We're using these wireless lavalier microphones.
Amazon.
Remember how much these cost?
Not much. 20 bucks.
These will be in the links below. You charge them up USB. The thing goes into the back of the phone. You don't have to Bluetooth them or anything. It talks to the little device.
So you don't worry about losing your Bluetooth connection, which is cool because it's plug in.
And they work pretty good, right? You can hear me?
Yeah,
I hope.
they're great.
You gotta make sure that little green light's still on.
Yeah, you have to monitor that.
What else we have?
Our tripod.
We have our tripod that we stick the phone onto.
The tripod comes with a remote that can start your phone. However, we haven't consistently found that it works. So we don't always rely on that.
This is a Kaiess.
Okay.
62-inch phone tripod.
We don't always rely on the remote.
Yeah, the remote's kind of sketchy. So you didn't pay much for this, did you?
No, gosh.
So yes, it's got the little remote that comes off, so you kind of have to be making sure, looking at the phone to make sure that it's actually recording, because we've missed the...
Yeah, we've had some pretty cool moments, not video.
So here's the tripod. It's got all your lefty-loosey bits on there. That's the full extension. There's the tripod. It sits where it wants to sit.
So it's a selfie stick / tripod.
Yeah. You can keep these folded up. Use it as a selfie stick.
You did that.
When I was walking up the trail with the HT video.
Yes, sir.
Which we're going to do another one for all you gear haters, because I didn't have all my equipment together.
And I won't be in the car.
Top of it's got all the angle adjustments. Left, right, up, down. Gimbals. Cheap, compact, fits in a bag. Take it with you.
Heck yeah.
Remote slides right in there into the foot. And you're good to go. So in terms of recording gear, that's it. Phone, a tripod, a couple microphones.
Yep.
What we do back at the house is drop all the videos from the phone to an iPad and run it through a video editor, come up with what you're seeing now, and hopefully getting rid of all the stupid things we did, editing things out that
not all
you
the
don't
stupid things. We leave a lot of the stupid things.
Well, it wouldn't be entertaining if we didn't.
Right.
Any questions, leave them in the description below. This is all of our gear. It's actually most of our home gear. Don't really have a shack at the house. When I want to play radio at the house, I throw an antenna up in the backyard. I run the coax through a doggy door, set up that table next to the couch. and hunt some POTA, do whatever, play some radio, have fun.
That's how you entice me from the bedroom like a cobra out of my basket when I hear CQ, 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 and I'm like, what? What? And I come lurking out.
So thanks for hanging out with us again today. This is episode 1. This is all our gear. Episode 2 is going to be how to set it up. We're going to find out from home what our plan is, where we're going, why we're going there, what we're going to pack with us, and what we're going to bring for backup, mag mount, and a ham stick. We're going to take you to the park. We're going to find a spot. We're going to set it all up. We're going to show you how to get on the air. Part 3, we're going to show you what to do when you do get on the air, finding the frequency, looking at the POTA website, getting spotted, making your first CQ call, POTA.
No mic right here.
How to log it, how to get home and put it on hammers, how to log it to the POTA site, how to log it to QRZ. We're going to show you all the things, start to finish, in 2 more videos for a successful activation. Thanks for coming out to St. Marks, Florida with us today again, and we'll see you next time.
The most important thing to bring with you is your bestest, most favorite friend. And there he is. Oh, that's his butt.
So what are we doing with the rest of the day?
I don't know. The world is our oyster. We can do whatever we want.
Can we get oysters here?
Yeah. No, the month doesn't end in R.
Oh.
No, it does. September.
Oh yeah, we are in September.
Yeah, we could do that.
Huh. Well, St. Mark's does have a nice little restaurant or 2 downtown.
Yeah, we could do that. We can do whatever we want.
Why?
Because
we're adults?
Yeah, we're adults and we raise kids.
And there's children at home that we don't want to go back to?
No, we love
No, we
them.
can't say that on YouTube.
No, we love our children.
Really nice gazebo here by the boat ramp. That would be where I'd set up. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention. Since we're using our phones to record, if I have to go to the car, somebody's got to go to the restroom, hike a little ways out to find one, bring a couple of these. They don't have to be Baofengs, they don't have to be ICOMs. You can go to Walmart and get a couple bubble wrap FRS radios, just something to let you communicate. Since the phones are going to be set up on tripods and stuff for video, and we don't want to tear all that down, so we bring this with us as well. Pro tip. Best part about this wagon, I'm not sure if they're all like this, grab a little center pull.
Heck yeah, we're done.
We got 2 clips right here, handles, and the car and gone. Everybody loves Costco.
Heck yeah.
We're not going today though.
I'm pretty sure.
This is a busy boat ramp.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, we could just hang out here and watch people crash boats for the rest of the afternoon. Don't forget, Ham Radio Basics. Check out Bill on his YouTube feed. Great stuff.
It was our.
We got some good swag.
Yeah, we did. He's got some good merch for sure.
We need merch. Oh, and we hit 500 subscribers
yes!
last night. Woohoo!
That's a milestone.
It's a little milestone.
No, you know what? Don't diminish it.
Right.
And don't diminish it.
Right.
Did you think a year ago that we'd have 500 followers on YouTube?
No.
No.
I thought it would have flopped at the second video. This was just a whim to start this YouTube channel. Just for the fun of it. See if it could be done.
And you did.
And now we have people that love us.
I know.
We also have the little hater comments, which really just
No, it
go
hurts
off the
my
shoulder.
feelings.
Like if you're really expecting us to have our crap together on every video and remember all the things we're supposed to remember and plan it and script it and all that stuff, that's not how we roll, man. We shoot from the hip, we have a good time. We bring you along with us. Hopefully it's a few laughs. Hopefully you'll learn a couple of things. Hopefully we learn more than a couple of things on every outing.
She is a dork. Yeah. Yeah. That's why he married me.
Yep.
No other reason.
Hey guys, you know what I'm talking about. It's very rare to have an XYL that loves to do this kind of stupid stuff.
This is how we POTA. This is how we POTA. I